So if you're thinking then of how useful it can be to distinguish between work and job title, to be sort of abstract about it for a moment, it's the difference between thinking about complexity in terms of how it organizes itself in a hierarchy and hierarchy as subordination and domination. Because very often job titles convey that they convey status rather than the work that needs to be done. And certainly you could in fact you do very often have in quite large organizations someone who carries the title of chief executive who, in terms of the work that he or she is doing, in our language is doing the work of practice. And that can happen and can actually be fine, provided the world outside doesn't change, and provided the world outside continues to happily receive products, services, whatever it may be, or indeed doesn't create too much risk. So you could see many banks operating in that way very successfully for a long time, and actually hoping that they could sustain that way of functioning, because they decided that if they cut up risks into sufficiently small packages and sort of they would wander off somewhere and they would never come back again. So that was, in a way, a very classic, from the way we would see it, a very classic level 3 perspective on risk and on carrying on doing what works fine.